Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Yoga with Kate. We're here on the beach in Malibu. We're going to do about a 10-minute gentle yoga practice. You don't need any props. We're going to keep it low to the mat. Let's embrace the beach, the sights and sounds. We're going to use the sounds of the ocean as our yoga music this morning. Let's get started. Seated on your mat. We're going to go through practices that help stretch out the neck, the shoulders, the low back, hips, and groin. We're going to do it all this morning. Really wake up and embrace the day ahead of us. So we're going to get started by doing some neck rolls. Just bring your neck over to the right shoulder. Stretch your left arm out and just feel that stretch in your neck as we remove the kinks. Maybe you slept funny on your pillow and your neck is full of kinks. Let's just stretch that out this morning. You can take your right arm up and over and gently pull your ear to increase that stretch. Release your right arm, bring your head back to center, and we'll do the same on the other side. Just drop your head to your left shoulder. Take your right arm out on the mat. If you like, you can take your left arm up and over, pull gently on the ear to increase that stretch. Take a deep breath in. Now let's not forget our breath this morning. We're going to release that left arm, bring your head back to center. We're going to take a deep breath in as we reach our hands up to the sky. Let all your breath out as you bring your hands down. Now really feel the earth beneath us. The earth is supporting us. We are grateful to the earth this morning for the support that it gives to our practice. We are grateful to ourselves for coming to the mat to do these stretches that really wake up the body and get us ready for the day. Spine is tall, heart is lifted to the sky as we take another deep breath in, arms up. Bring your arms down to side two. We're going to stretch that right arm up and overhead as we stretch over to the side. Really feel that stretch in your right ribs. Bring your arm up and down over to the right as you stretch your left arm up and overhead. This is a really great stretch just to warm up your core. Do a couple of those on your own with your breath. So as your arm goes up overhead, you're taking a deep breath in. And as you turn and twist to one side, you're breathing out. Go at your own pace. Do a couple of those to really warm up our whole body. This is just such a great exercise for our shoulders as we squeeze them up to our ears and relax down. Let's shrug those shoulders forward, up, and back down. Do that a couple more times. Forward, up, and back. Just wake up those shoulders, lubricate the joints, and back again. We're going to go on our hands and knees. So put yourself in tabletop position, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips as we do a couple of cat-cows to wake up our back. Head is lifted to the sky, belly drops low, tailbone tilts up as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, round your back, tuck your tailbone, head goes heavy to the ground. Do a couple of cat-cows at your own pace, breathing in and breathing out. One more time. Head tilted up as you breathe in. And round your back as you breathe out. As your back is rounded, you're going to bring your bottom to your heels and really stretch out that lower back as you stretch your hands forward. come low to the ground as you bring your head back up to the sky for the cow pose. Deep breath in. And let's do that one more time. Round your back. Push yourself back on your heels. Stretch out that low back as your hands stretch forward. And come along the ground as you stretch up one more time. We're going to stretch out our hips. So in your tabletop position, first of all, let's stretch out that calf a little bit. Take that heel to the back of the mat. Stretch on your toes. Take that heel back. Let's do that on the other side and really stretch out that calf. Before we move into some hip exercises. So take that right knee and circle it around. Drawing circles in the air. Just circle that hip around. Really feel the stretch in that right hip. Whatever way you've started, just go the opposite. 2 times on the right. And let's go ahead and do the same thing on the left. Bring that left leg up and circle it around and really open up that hip flexor. Do it a few times in one direction, and when you're finished, switch directions and really feel those hips opening and lubricating. Now we're going to take the right foot and we're going to step it through. You can help your ankle, you can just pull your ankle forward, and we're going to do a low lunge and really get deep into that left hip as we lunge forward. Just go as far as is comfortable for you, but you should really feel a stretch in your left hip flexor. Now take that left knee and straighten your right leg to really feel the pull in your hamstring. Let's stretch out that hamstring. Doesn't matter if your knee is bent here or straight, it does not matter. Keep your back squared, hips are centered, and really pull back on that right leg. We're going to bring our foot back again into tabletop position and do the same thing on the other side. Bring that left foot forward, and again, you can help it as far forward as you can for a nice lunge. You feel that stretch in your left hip. Go just as far as you're able before we shift back and straighten that left leg just as much as you can. Come up on your heel, flex your foot. It doesn't matter that this leg is bent. That's fine. You'll still feel the stretch in the back of your left leg. Bring yourself back forward again, and let's come into our tabletop position one more time. And we're going to do a thread the needle to stretch out our shoulders. So first of all, let's bring our arm up to the sky and do a gentle twist and bring it back down again. Let's do a couple of these opening motions. Just go as far up as you can. You might be here, you might be down here or here, it doesn't matter. The movement, you're getting so much benefit from the movement this morning. We'll open up one more time before we thread the needle, and take your left hand under your right shoulder and put your shoulder and your ear to the ground for a thread the needle. Stretch your right arm forward on the mat if you'd like to. Take your right arm back on the mat and push yourself back up, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. We're going to open up a few times like we did the first time. Just open up that right arm to the sky. Do a gentle twist. Let's do that one more time before we thread that right arm under the left armpit. shoulders are, your bottom is squared, and you could stretch that right arm out. I think we have some seagulls joining us for our practice this morning. Come back up, put that left hand on the mat, push yourself back up into tabletop position, and we're gonna stretch ourselves back into child's pose. So feet as wide as your mat, knees as wide as your mat, your feet are together as you push your bottom back into child's pose. Oh my goodness, the seagulls are hungry this morning. Stretch those arms forward. Now let's open up our feet a little bit. See if we can get into our hips a little bit more. So you're going to open up your feet so that there's this line between your ankles and your knees. Open that up and sit yourself back. This one might be a little more difficult. You might feel that strain in your groin area, but do just as much as you can. Now see, my feet wanted to guide in. So kind of push them out a little bit. See if you can keep a straight line and just sit back on your mat like this and feel that stretch in your groin. You know, the groin and pelvic health is so important to stability, to our posture, to helping us maintain balance. Keeping our groin and our hip flexors loose and stretched out is just one of the best things that we can do for ourselves. Helps with low back discomfort, helps with low back pain. We're going to come up from here and we're going to come back into a seated position. Any seated position that's comfortable for you. Let's take one more deep breath in before we end this practice this morning. Arms up to the sky as we breathe in. And then let it all out as we breathe out. I want to thank you for joining me this morning. If you enjoyed this, like my video, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I hope you and your family have a blessed day.